Neighbors in a Tennessee community banded together to essentially create a human shield to protect a father and son who ICE agents were targeting. Now, ICE agents showed up, the father and son were in a car, and so they had to remain in that car to basically prevent the ICE agents from arresting them. Now, obviously, they're undocumented. Neighbors saw what was happening, and before they created a human shield around them, what they did was offer them food, gasoline, anything that they needed so they could remain in the car and prevent getting arrested. And then they realized, wait a minute, what if we create this human chain around them and escort them into their home? Now, remember, ICE agents don't have the right warrant in order to enter someone's vehicle or enter someone's car to make an arrest. So as long as they protected these two individuals and got them into the home safely, then they can avoid arrest. And that's exactly what happened. We have video to prove it. Let's take a quick look.
A su familia están haciendo una cadena. Esto es lo que está pasando esta mañana. Las organizaciones están unidas, las organizaciones están defendiendo a esta familia. A los agentes los vemos a aquel lado. Los agentes están allá. Lo que está pasando.
3, 4, 5.
¡Vamos!
8.
Está saliendo el niño. Está saliendo el niño en este momento. Está saliendo también el señor. Y bueno, ya están a salvo. Se están aplaudiendo porque defendieron a esta familia.
Okay, so that's in Nashville, Tennessee, okay? So you saw the woman obviously speaking Spanish, but the neighbors are mostly white and black. And so if you have committed a crime, they can have a warrant to go inside your house or vehicle, et cetera. But these folks didn't commit a crime. It was a dad and his 12-year-old son. So they only had an administrative warrant, which does not allow you to go inside even a vehicle. And that's why since they saw the ICE agents coming, they stayed in the car. Now, I was like, well, gas. Well, it's the middle of the summer in Nashville. So the ICE agents wouldn't leave for 4 hours. So they had to put more gas in the car so they could keep their car running and having the air conditioning on. Otherwise, you're gonna have a serious problem. And then they realized, what are we doing? Let's just bring them inside the house. And they can't go in there either, because it's, and remember, Trump says, no, we're targeting the dangerous people, the criminals, et cetera. Well, in this case, they clearly are not criminals. And the neighbors had wonderful things to say about this family, and that's why they went and protected them.
Exactly. Let me just read a quick quote from one of the neighbors. Stacey Farley is her name. I could see if these people were bad criminals, but they're not. They're just trying to provide for their kids. The family don't bother nobody. They work every day. They come home. The kids jump on their trampoline. It's just a community. And I love that they were protecting members of their community, because it's so rare to hear stories like that these days.
I think what you have here, man, is like there are multiple Americas that exist. There's the America that I grew up in that looks much like that video, and looks like AOC, looks like Ilhan Omar, looks like Rashida Tlaib, looks like this table, and then there's America that many other people grew up in that are, in the center of the nation, and it's a whole different world, and they don't believe the same things we believe, but that doesn't remove our right to be American, to protect each other. And I love to see that. We don't see enough of that, but it's going down. That's what's happening in Chicago right now. I heard maybe 1 or 2 people have been grabbed in Chicago in the raids, but Chicago is one of those multicultural cities that we take care of each other, and it's beautiful to see.
Well, so two things about that. You mentioned Chicago and taking care of one another. It did remind me of a certain presidential candidate that back when he was a student in Chicago, chained himself to an African-American woman and said, if you're gonna take her, you're gonna take me. And that was Bernie Sanders. Vic, you support Bernie, right?
That's why I support Bernie. I mean, because Bernie's receipts and his intent is all there. All I need is that photograph of him being attacked by police with black people on the south side of Chicago far before it could have been politically advantageous to him. And you look and you see so many other people that have, joined the military in 2012 or in the 80s were pretending to be Native American and, spinning a life, spinning a story to be presidential and be a candidate. Bernie, his heart has been in the right place.
So, by the way, I want to point out one other person from Chicago helping folks every day. That's you, Vic. So you're teaching young people to be street medics in Chicago. Tell us about that just a little bit.
Yeah, so I have a nonprofit in Chicago. It's called Save Money, Save Life. And one of our main initiatives is called Street Medics, where we train first responders in Chicago's most violent neighborhoods. So we teach kids at schools, at Park District programs, how to stop the flow of blood from a gunshot wound or how to treat blunt force trauma, because we're seeing way longer ambulance times in our communities. We don't have the trauma units, and so we have to take our actual lives into our own hands. And so it's something that, you know, it's so gratifying for me because you get one phone call from a mother being like, you trained my son, he saved his brother's life when he got shot. And you're like, okay, that was the right thing to do. You know, I'm in the right place.
Yeah, no, look guys, this is what we gotta do. Vic's absolutely right. In a dark times that Trump has brought us into, it's easy to focus on the terrible side of things. And yes, America also has a bad side, okay? And we're seeing it in full force. We saw it in Charlottesville. We're seeing it in shooting after shooting. We're seeing in the demagoguery that's happening. But America has a wonderful side, a hopeful side, our better angels. And whether it's programs like Vic's doing or just simply neighbors going, no, not on our watch.
Love that.
Okay. I mean, and remember that. Look, there was also a good side to Germany where they protected Anne Frank, and you know that was she had to run away, of course, to a different place as well. But there were people who hid folks and make sure the government didn't get them when things turned bad. And it sucks that we're in those times now, right. And we haven't gotten all the way to the end of that, obviously. But we want to, as Sandra Day O'Connor said about a different issue, we want to avoid those beginnings so that we avoid those ends. And so here are those neighbors going, no, you're not going to go there, and you're not going to do it to our neighbor. We're going to stick up for them. That's the America I love.